Not an earthquake, not thunder. It is the call of the African elephant. The herd crosses the grassland, each footfall pressing over 13,000 pounds into the soil, generating seismic waves that travel more than 10 meters through the earth. Elephant feet receive these vibrations. Seismic communication, a language that humans took decades to discover. Leading the herd is the oldest female, the matriarch, the living memory of the entire family. Like hyenas, elephant society is strictly matriarchal. But unlike hyenas, power here derives not from fangs or claws, but from memory. The matriarch remembers every water source, every migration path, every drought stretching back 60 years. In years of devastating drought, the entire herd's survival depends on the memory of a single individual. And the trunk, perhaps the most wondrous organ evolution has ever produced, contains over 40,000 muscle bundles within a single structure. The entire human body possesses just 640 muscles. Here is something most people get wrong. Spotted hyenas are not scavengers. They hunt 60 to 95% of their own food, the most efficient endurance predators in all of Africa. And here is the more astonishing truth. It is the lions who routinely steal from hyenas, not the other way around. Data from the Ngorongoro Hyena Project, decades of observation, confirms this. But today, the hyenas want to reclaim what is theirs. They encircle a male lion feeding on a carcass. The male lion rises. Over 400 pounds of sheer physical dominance towers above them. Hyenas understand one survival rule. Never confront a healthy male lion head on regardless of numbers. Their strategy is harassment and patience. Me. The hyenas swarm in within seconds, jaws crushing bone, stripping the remains clean in minutes. On the savannah, nothing goes to waste. Patience has defeated raw power, at least for today. The hyenas finish feeding. Bones lie crushed. The savannah falls silent once more, but the ground beneath does not. In the tall grass to the west, golden shadows drift forward without a sound. The lionesses are not as powerful as the males, but they are more patient, more coordinated, and they understand a truth that governs life on the savanna. Patience decides the line between feast and famine. Their teamwork is flawless. One lioness drops low belly pressed flat against the earth, watching waiting. Another faints wide just enough to draw one of the calves into a moment of careless curiosity. The lead lioness explodes from the tall grass. What follows is a few seconds of pure chaos. Dust erupts, roars shatter the stillness. The pride descends upon their prize. The young hippo goes down. Before the hunt began, someone had been watching all along. On tree branches several hundred feet away, a nocturnal fortress beyond any lion's reach. A troop of baboons has been awake for some time. Their eyes scan the savanna from above. The alpha male, over 80 pounds of rippling muscle, stands atop the highest rocky outcrop.
Giant breathing fire across the horizon. Here the land speaks before any creature dares to move. The Sahara burns in golden silence where the wind carves secrets into endless dunes. The Serengeti trembles beneath millions of hooves, a living river of fear, hunger, and survival. The Okavango glows like a hidden mirror in the wilderness where water gives life and shadows wait to take it back. From the red deserts of Namibia to the storm-dark forests of the Congo, every landscape carries a question older than mankind itself. Who will endure when nature decides to test the living? This is a continent of contrasts, beauty and brutality, stillness and violence, birth and disappearance. The grasslands cradle newborn life, yet hide the eyes of hunters. The rivers glitter like silver roads, yet beneath them death can move without a sound. The mountains stand like stone guardians, watching generations rise, fall, and vanish into dust. In Africa, the lion does not merely rule. He carries the weight of a fading crown. The elephant does not merely walk, she remembers roads older than empires. The cheetah does not merely run, it races against time itself. And every heartbeat, every footprint, every cry in the night becomes part of a greater story. A story written not with ink, but with instinct. So what is Africa truly? A kingdom, a battlefield, a sacred theater where life and death perform beneath the same sun. Step closer, listen deeper, because these lands are not just places on a map, they are living legends. Welcome to nature's animals. In Africa, survival is not given. It is earned step by step, breath by breath, fear by fear. Across this ancient continent, the land itself seems alive. The sun does not simply rise, it judges. The wind does not simply pass, it carries. The rivers do not simply flow. They remember every life that dared to cross them. From the golden grasslands of the Serengeti to the dust-choked plains where herds move like living storms to the shrinking waterholes where giants gather beneath a burning sky, every landscape asks the same ancient question. What does it truly take to survive? Is survival born from power, from speed, from memory, from family, or from the courage to fail, rise, and continue? To find the answer, we follow 3 lives across the wild heart of Africa. Three animals, 3 fears, 3 lessons written not in words but in dust, hunger, water and bloodline. The first is a lion cub. Tiny, uncertain, and still far from the throne, the lion cub carries the future of a kingdom inside a fragile body. One day it may become a ruler of the savannah. But today it is only a student of survival. Every failed chase, every misstep, every awkward lesson beneath the watchful eyes of the pride becomes part of its education. A lion cub is not born as a king. It is shaped by failure. In the open grasslands, hunting is not instinct alone. It is science written through muscle, timing, and experience. Lions rely on coordination, stealth, explosive acceleration, and learned judgment. But for a cub, these skills do not arrive fully formed. They are earned through mistakes. The cub must learn when to wait, when to move, when to follow, and when to stop. Its greatest fear is not the enemy outside the pride. Its greatest fear is failure itself. Because in the wild, failure is not embarrassing. Failure is dangerous. A missed lesson can mean hunger. A wrong movement can expose weakness. A cub that does not learn quickly may never grow into the title it was born to inherit. And yet this is where Africa reverses our first belief. Here, the Serengeti becomes a river of life. The Masai Mara becomes a theater of courage. The Okavango becomes a mirror where beauty and danger drink from the same water. But what truly rules this land? Is it strength, speed, hunger, or fear? Like us, every creature here carries something invisible. A cheetah fears the moment her speed is no longer enough. A zebra fears losing the rhythm of the herd. A hyena fears being misunderstood, yet survives where others fall. And the wildebeest born into dust and thunder teaches us that life is not about standing still, but moving forward. In Africa, survival is not a choice, it is a promise. Welcome to nature's animals. What does it mean to be the fastest creature on land, yet still live as one of the most fragile hunters of the African savanna? At first glance, the cheetah seems like nature's perfect weapon. Its body is narrow and lightweight, its legs are long and elastic, its spine bends like a living bow and its tail moves like a rudder cutting through the wind. In just a few seconds, it can explode across the grasslands at more than 110 kilometers per hour, covering nearly 7 meters in a single stride. But in the savannah, speed is not freedom, speed is a countdown. As dawn opens over the golden plains, a female cheetah rises from the shadow of an acacia tree. The grass is still wet with morning breath, and far ahead a small group of gazelles begins to graze. She does not roar like a lion. She does not command the land with brute force. She lowers her body, lets the grass hide her spotted coat, and moves forward like a thought that has not yet been spoken. Every step is silence, every muscle is waiting. The savannah watches her as if the land itself knows that in a few moments life will be decided by distance timing and one perfect burst of speed. The cheetah is built for acceleration, not endurance. Its semi-retractable claws grip the earth like the spikes of a runner's shoes. Its enlarged nostrils, lungs, and heart pull oxygen through the body with terrifying efficiency. Its flexible spine stretches and contracts like a spring, allowing 4 strides every second. But this miracle has a cost. A chase can only last a short distance before heat exhaustion and oxygen debt begin to close around the animal. If the cheetah fails in those few seconds, it cannot simply try again. It must stop, breathe, recover, and watch the prey disappear into the open plain. And even victory is not always victory. Unlike lions or leopards, cheetahs are not powerful fighters. Their lighter skulls, smaller teeth, and slender frames serve speed, not battle. A successful hunt can be stolen by hyenas, lions, or even vultures if the cheetah is too tired to defend it. Here, nature reverses our expectation the fastest is not always the strongest, and the most beautiful design can also be the most vulnerable weakness. A mother cheetah carries an even heavier burden. After a gestation of about 93 days, she may give birth to 1 to 6 cubs, but in some regions as many as 90% of cubs do not survive. Lions, hyenas, eagles, hunger and habitat loss turn childhood into a narrow bridge over death. The cubs learn by watching their mother stalk, sprint, fail, and rise again. Like human children learning from a parent under pressure, they inherit not only skills but fear, patience, and the will to continue. Today, cheetahs face a danger greater than any single predator. Habitat loss, prey decline, human conflict, and fragmented migration corridors are shrinking the open spaces they need to hunt and survive. A cheetah does not only need speed, it needs room to run. That is the tragedy and beauty of this animal. The cheetah teaches us that success is not measured by how fast we move, but by whether we understand the limits of our own strength. In the African savanna, speed is a gift, but survival is wisdom. Yet while the cheetah teaches us that speed can become a beautiful limitation, the zebra teaches a different truth of the African savanna: no creature survives alone. Across the open grasslands where sunlight falls like fire on the dry earth, and every shadow may hide a hunter, the zebra does not carry the silence of a predator. It carries the rhythm of a family. Its hooves strike the ground like a heartbeat shared by many bodies, and its black and white stripes move through the golden grass like living brushstrokes painted by nature itself. At first glance, the zebra seems simple, almost peaceful, just another grazer beneath the endless African sky. But in the savanna, peace is often only the thin skin stretched over